Do you guys hear that?
Hey, Izzy.
Oh, it's Zach.
So what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about the cost of living in Loveland.
Ooh, give it a high five! We know you already love Fort Collins, but let's try expanding the love to Loveland.
So often I'll have clients who are from out of state who have their hearts set on Fort Collins, but as they start to look and see the similarities between Fort Collins and Loveland, as well as see the uniqueness that Loveland has, as well as the price point being 15% lower in Loveland compared to Fort Collins, so many have made the switch to moving to Loveland, Colorado.
Like this one.
Yes. Speaking of buying in Loveland, the median sales price for a single-family detached home is $526,000, which is about 10 to 15% lower than what you'll find in Fort Collins. The median sales price for an attached dwelling in Loveland is $430,000.
Insurance is a big factor to take in when you are purchasing a new home. Here in Northern Colorado, we are at a reasonable price. It's about half of what you're going to pay Denver and Colorado Springs, Parker, anything south. So I live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family home. It's right about 1,200 square foot, and I pay $1,500 a year for phenomenal coverage.
Next up, we're going to talk about renting in Loveland. Now, I didn't really know what to expect when looking at renting in Loveland versus Fort Collins, but really there's not much of a difference. I would say, honestly, you could probably rent for a little bit cheaper in Fort Collins just because it is a college town and it's geared towards having, I feel like there's more rentals available.
I just don't want to live next to a college kid.
Totally. Where in Loveland, most of the homes that I was looking for that were able to be rented were big single-family homes. So just know that.
3,000 square foot plus.
Yeah, they were big. So for a single-family home in Loveland to rent, it's between around $2,500 and $2,700 on average. And like I said, these are for pretty good-sized homes.
Yeah.
For an attached 2-bedroom, you're looking at between $1,600 and $1,700 a month on average, and then renter's insurance. Pretty similar across the board, $10 to $20 a month to protect all your belongings.
Yeah, and when I'm renting, I prefer an attached dwelling because it cuts out yard work. If you do have a yard, it's going to be minimal. There's just a lot of work that goes with single-family living.
Totally.
Throughout the rest of this video, here are some of the things that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about utilities, transportation, groceries, eating out, entertainment, and schools. Some costs that we have to take in consideration that aren't sexy when moving are going to be utilities. Number one, internet.
I mean, with everyone moving here that works remote, it's wild. So definitely having a great internet service is super important. Loveland has
3 major internet providers: Comcast/Xfinity, CenturyLink, and Pulse, which I love. That is going to be the city-owned fiber.
And so we both have that, and I pay $65 a month.
I pay $45
a month. Yep. And they have 5 different packs you can, options you can pick from. The starter is $45 a month, and that's 100 Mbps. I don't know what that stands for. Up to $200 a month, and you get 10 gigs if you need that much. That's wild.
Yeah. I got an introductory rate at $45 a month for a full gig. Love it. I can run everything in the household, everybody on at once. No glitching, no pausing, no buffering, nothing.
It's really great. City of Loveland is unique in that the water, sewer, trash, and electric is all serviced by the City of Loveland, so it's all in one bill, super efficient. Fort Collins is actually just catching on to this. They've just started their own trash service as well. And so for me, I live in a 3-story townhome, and we pay $223 a month for the water, sewer, trash, and electric in the summer, and then about $150 in the winter.
And in my single-family home, it's a little skewed. I pay $375 in the summer, but my grass is green and plush. It gets watered a little much, and my AC is set at 68 because I like it nice and cool inside.
That's wild.
I might be a princess.
Definitely.
But in the winter, my City of Loveland bill, it's $100 to $120 a month. But once again, my house is at maybe 68. So I live in a single-family home, and my bill usually runs about $375 a month. But that is because I keep my grass green and plush. I might water a little excessively, but that's okay. And I also like to keep the inside of my house at 68 on those hot summer days when you're out working and you come home and you just want to relax.
So it's $375 in the summer. Mm-hmm. What's in the winter?
In the winter? Oh, it's like $100, $120.
You're going to get a lot of hate for how much water you use
that
you keep your...
Speaking of gas, Xcel Energy is our gas provider. And with the summer, I pay maybe like $20, $25 a month. That's going to be for hot water, essentially. Everything else in my house is going to be electric. But in the winter, it'll get up to like the $120, $150.
Ours is pretty much the same.
Yeah? Oh, you must keep your house hot. I'm like, if you're cold.
No, but we are 3 stories, so that it doesn't travel as good.
Oh, okay.
So it has to like work hard.
I'm like, if you're cold in my house, you better throw on some sweats.
I grew up in a home where my dad, if it was too cold and it was 57 often degrees in the house, he would ask me to put a hat on before he turned the
57?
the heat up.
You're like, oh, Dad, my nose is cold.
Or socks on and a hat on. Otherwise, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in total, on the low side, for all utilities, that includes the internet as well, we're paying about $224 a month. And on the high side, $438 a month. It just depends on the time of the year, the AC, all the things, and the furnace.
Okay, I'm pretty close. I'm at like $200 a month on the low side, and I mean, I'd get up to that $550, maybe pushing $6, depending on how hot it is, and that grass needs to be green.
Oh, man. Next, we're going to talk about transportation, different modes, and then costs pertaining to. And so first, gas is at what?
So gas right now, if you go to Buc-ee's, it's wonderful. We just got one of the largest Buc-ee's in the U.S. It's the second largest, 136 gas pumps. They do not advertise gas because it is so cheap, but you can get regular unleaded for $2.95 a gallon, or diesel, because some of us drive diesel trucks.
Okay.
And that is going to be right at like $3.05 a gallon currently. But on average, it's going to be about $3.40 a gallon across the board here in Loveland.
EV. Have you ever wanted an electric vehicle?
I never wanted an electric vehicle until I started driving a Tesla a little bit.
Oh, you like it?
I love it. It's like a little go-kart.
Okay. It must be a thing.
Zoom, zoom.
AJ wants one too, and I don't get it.
Let's do it.
the
AJ,
Tesla.
we're going to get Teslas together.
So, home charging in public, the difference.
So, I would not buy an electric car unless I was going to get a level 2 charger installed in my home. To get a Tesla level 2 charger installed in your home with all materials and labor, you're probably looking anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000.
But Colorado offers a 30% incentive for installing a level 2 charger in your home, or up to $1,000 off the purchase and installation. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But charging at home versus charging in public. So if you're charging at home, it's around between 11 cents and 18 cents per kilowatt hour. Where if you're charging out in public, which we are really growing in our stations. So which is great.
Like Buc-ee's has a station.
Okay, he's like Buc-ee's sponsor. Like,
I love it.
What's the
I should have worn my
word called?
Buc-ee.
Sponsor child.
Yeah, sponsorship.
Sponsor. No, okay, doesn't matter. If you charge in public, it's between 30 cents and 60 cents per kilowatt hour. So over double to charge in public, but still great. So.
Yeah, so on average, your electric vehicle is going to be a 40 kilowatt battery. So if you're charging at home at 15 cents per kilowatt, a full charge is going to be $6.
Yeah, not too bad.
My friend just recently showed me how much money they've saved in fuel. It's one of like the apps on the Tesla, and it was like $1,400 in like the last year. And I was like, ooh, it makes me want to get a Tesla. Yeah, even more.
Totally. Next, we're going to talk about public transportation. Now, moving here from Seattle, I just heard, the transportation here is nothing compared to a city like that. But there are options. City of Loveland has the Colt, which is City of Loveland Transit. The hours are 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, and closed on Sunday.
No service on Sunday. Crazy.
There's 7 routes around Loveland, and they pick up about every 30 minutes. It's $1.25 per ride, but there are different pass options you can get, and the monthly pass is $30 a month. So I would definitely do that if I had to use the bus.
Yeah, if you don't have anywhere that you need to be on time, jump on that bus. You'll be great.
No. That's not how public transportation works. Many people have to do that.
And Loveland,
you
Colorado.
Have to plan. You just have to plan.
Okay. Fair.
But yeah, it's just.
If it were me, I'd be jumping on my bike because we have 31 miles of paved trails here in Loveland. So I'm going to be able to get where I need to go when I want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Just sweaty while you get there.
Just sweaty. Nah.
Yeah. So there are 31, like I said, 31 paved trail systems. That includes the Longview Trail, which connects to Fort Collins, 50 miles of in-town paved trails, and it also includes the Colorado Front Range Trail. And the hours of operation are 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., whatever that means.
Don't get caught after dark.
The last thing we're going to talk about regarding transportation is just commute times. I would say you can get anywhere in Loveland in 15 minutes.
Yep. No matter where you are, no matter where you're going, it's a 15-minute commute.
Yeah.
Downtown Loveland to downtown Fort Collins is going to be 30 minutes. So that's going to kind of cover that whole base.
Yeah.
It's 30 minutes to Greeley, downtown Loveland to Greeley.
25 minutes to Longmont.
45 minutes to an hour to DIA.
Which is great.
Flying.
And just over 2 hours to go skiing at Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And as for going back to the downtown, downtown Fort Collins is north Loveland. And downtown Loveland,
Downtown Fort Collins is north Fort Collins.
Downtown Loveland is like really south. You're almost in Berth at Loveland. So when we say 30 minutes, I mean that is like town tip to town tip. You know what I'm saying?
So previously, you have watched our food videos, and you guys know I am a foodie. So we are going to talk about my favorite thing, groceries.
Groceries are your favorite thing, or eating out?
Well,
yeah,
both.
Eating out. Groceries are
home.
I love grocery
I'm a chef.
shopping.
Chef it up.
I know. I've seen your photos. They're not that great. Okay. Groceries. We're going to talk I have a family of 3, and one of those individuals is a 15-year-old teenager that I think has hollow legs. And you are shopping for one.
Yep, just me.
Okay. So for our family, I'd say it's around $1,000 to $1,500 a month. And I do want to add the caveat, we buy gluten-free stuff and dairy-free stuff and a lot of meat, which is like expensive. So I just feel like I should add that in there because I think if you weren't doing gluten-free, dairy-free, you'd probably save more money.
Yeah, I'm a big Costco shopper, so I buy in bulk, and I can honestly, and I would say I eat at home almost half the time, maybe 40%. We'll say 60-40 split.
Crazy.
Yeah, so being one person, it's cost effective to eat out. But $400 to $600 a month is what I usually spend on groceries.
As for eating out, casual dining, we looked up some of our favorite places, and so a lot of them for casual dining are going to be $10 to $30 a plate, but really $10 to $20 a plate. And so for a family of 4 eating out, I'd say like $75 to $100 with soft drinks and an appetizer, not alcoholic drinks.
If I'm going out to eat, you know I'm getting a glass of wine, a margarita.
I do like a margarita.
Something like that. You know it.
But what about fancy places around Loveland?
Chop House, 4th Street Chop House. That is hands down, my favorite.
Are you going to talk about how expensive it is?
Do we have to?
Yeah.
No, we do. So it's about $50 a plate on average. I'm going to tell you it's about $100 a person to have a good meal and one drink.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, nothing crazy. I mean,
no,
$50 to $100 a plate. And so, like, it's not like there's a Nobu around here. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So, so for a family of 4, we'd say, I mean, it's a wide range just based on if you like to get an alcoholic drink or not.
We'll go on average, $300.
Family of 4, $150 to $300 based on if you get alcohol and appetizers. Yeah. So
sometimes you just don't have time to go get a full meal with the family and you just want to get some drinks and apps. You can go tons of places to get drinks and apps. I might still stop at the Chop House, get a glass of wine, and have some scallops.
Also, what's a popular one is Door 222.
Yeah, Door 222.
Those drinks are around like $10 or $12 to $16 for a cocktail, $10 to $14 for a glass of wine, and then $28 to $90 for a bottle. So still
if you
nothing.
Ain't getting a bottle, what are you doing?
So nothing crazy. The tapas are what they're known for. Door 222. Is it Door 222? Is how you say it?
Yep, Door 222.
Okay. So their tapas are $8 to $16 a plate, and then the meals are $16 to $30 a plate. So really, like, not bad.
Yeah, Sports Station too, right there. The old Railroad Depot. They have really good apps and drinks.
Good to know. Next, we're going to talk about the cost of entertainment. After a little drink, a little snack, maybe you want to go out and do something fun. So Zach is the king of entertainment in our team, and so he is going to carry this segment out because I'm an old lady that likes to stay at home. But I will say, in Loveland, some really fun things that we've done. I love axe throwing. That's really fun.
2 right downtown.
Yep, we have 2 downtown. There's escape rooms.
Yep.
And a bowling, Loveland Sweethearts. We're gonna go to Loveland Sweethearts bowling alley last Friday. Booked. Fully booked.
Sweetheart Lanes. It's
so definitely
pop
in. Like you don't try to book day of because it didn't work for us.
Yeah.
So we ended up not doing that. But
yeah. And have you seen a show at the Rialto Theater yet?
Not yet.
Oh, one of the oldest theater still in a downtown district with its character and integrity still intact. They've done some upgrading and remodeling inside, but it's from like 1919 or something like that.
That's cool.
It's sweet. That's going to be the Rialto Theater, so you have to check it out.
Yep.
Another thing downtown, the Metrolux. It's a bistro style, so right there at the Foundry, you can go in there, grab a movie ticket for $14-15, and then of course either candy, popcorn, and a soda.
Or
It's
both, or all
another
of the above.
$10 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think $10 for candy, popcorn,
No.
and a drink?
Popcorn or candy plus a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get it all for that.
Right.
Yeah. Some other things I like to go do. Waterworld. I am a child. So we have one of the top 10 water parks in the U.S., and it's Waterworld, located in Thornton, so the Denver area. And it's getting kind of pricey, but they do offer a season pass for $140 a year, and you get one free buddy pass, so you can take like Izzy if you want. Or every time you go, it's about $55 for a general admission
person.
ticket per person.
Is Waterworld the one that looks like ghetto and rickety from the highway?
No.
What's that place?
That is Elitch's. Like right,
Elitch's.
Elitch Gardens, right by the stadium.
It looks like it's about to fall apart. Like
needs-
how
it needs
people are
some-
still allowed
needs
to go
some
on the
work.
roller
Needs
coasters.
some work.
Beyond me. Anyway.
So Broncos games, yeah, I know there are some Bronco fans out there. That is not me. I don't know about you.
One of my clients just recently gave me their season tickets for my husband and his son, and so they got to go, which was super fun. I know from we just did some research on how much they are, or just so it's an hour away, just so you know, so commute time. But then when we were looking online, you're not going to spend less than $250 on a ticket per person to go to a Broncos game. So
Yeah.
pretty pricey.
Pretty pricey. One of my favorites, though. When you
Oh,
can't
my
get to Vegas, you can get to Blackhawk. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from my house, and it is a mini Vegas oasis tucked away in the mountains that you would never believe is there. It can get a little pricey. There's no limits. It's luxury hotel stays and wonderful food, buffets, high-end restaurants with out-of-state chefs that are nationally known.
Oh, wow.
It's freaking
literally
awesome.
Zach's favorite place. If I had $1 for every time the man has said Blackhawk,
Yeah.
I'd have
Poker,
a lot.
blackjack, roulette.
Yeah.
All
You
of
just
it.
went there recently, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I did well.
Yeah. Comedy Works.
Oh,
You ever been there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've never been to Comedy Works? So Comedy Works is going to be downtown Denver. They actually have two locations. There's one in downtown Denver, and there's one down at DTC, so a little bit further south. This place is going to have high-end comedians, big names rolling through. Sometimes they have surprise people. Chris Rock will come through there, all kinds of random people, but you would never know until 2 days before. Tickets usually range for your average comedian, $30 to $50. $50 is going to be someone that's well known. $30 is going to be kind of like the newer coming into the comedy scene. So it's priced really well. It's nice and intimate. It's smaller, so you feel like you're part of the show. They do usually have a 2-drink minimum, so that's where they're kind of making up their money. And those drinks are going to be anywhere between $10 to $14 a piece.
Okay. Well, before we move on to education, I do just want to say, while we've explained or told you guys a little bit about the prices of what it is to do some fun things around Loveland or going down to Denver, one thing I love about northern Colorado and Loveland, especially with all the lakes and the open spaces, is that I have some clients who are moving here right now, and where they're moving from in Florida, they have to pay for something every time they go out and do something. So there's nothing else to do. And so what I will say is, if you're living on balling on a budget, you can still have a lot of fun here and not spend a lot of money. People love to go hiking and paddleboarding and swimming and fishing and just go on a walk. I do that with friends all the time.
Yeah, river walking, you can float the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just like to add that while we say all of this, there's so much you can do around here where you don't have to spend any money, which I love, or get some not fast food, but I don't know, I think Asian food is always so good and not super expensive.
Okay.
Thai food to go,
Okay.
And then you could go sit at Long Haggler, we do it all the time, and sit at a picnic table and then go paddleboarding.
Yes.
Easy. So, anyway, next we're going to talk about education here in Loveland, Colorado. Thompson School District is a school district of Loveland, Colorado, and Zach actually teaches track at Thompson Valley High School.
Been coaching for 13 years now at Thompson Valley High School and TSD.
Awesome. Yeah, so Thompson School District, Loveland Classical Schools, the charter schools, those are all tuition-free schools and great schools to choose from in Loveland, Colorado. I've heard really great things about, I'm now blanking on the charter school.
New Vision.
New Vision Charter School. I've heard great things. And then I drive by Loveland Classical Schools all the time, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
And then isn't there a Mountain View?
Mountain View is going to be, so our 3 high schools are going to be, NTSD is going to be Berthoud High, Thompson, Loveland, and Mountain View.
Okay.
We pretty much picked what school you're going to go to based on what sport you play.
What sport is for Thompson?
Thompson is going to be girls volleyball, track and field, wrestling,
And track.
swimming.
And track?
Yeah, track and field.
Oh, you said track. Okay. And then as for private schools, so we do have Resurrection Christian School. There's a few to choose from.
Yeah.
Resurrection Christian School. So for elementary, it's about just around over $10,000 for the year. That includes, like the tuition, like the campus fee, all the things. For middle school, it's about $11,500. And then for high school, it's about $12,500. And then for Campion Academy, you live on campus. It's like a Zoe 101 situation, if you guys know what Zoe 101 is. Did you ever watch that?
That's Disney, but I didn't watch it. I was a little old for that.
Totally, you were. So kids get to live on campus, and so the tuition is about $12,530 for the year, and then the annual totals, and so it depends on, there's 2 different kinds of dorm situations you can choose from. You can live in the dorm, you can live in the village, but with tuition, dorm, board, and then tech fees, you're looking at $13,000 a year to $20,000 a year based on where you decide to live. So it ain't cheap. And then for pre-K, so there's quite a few preschools to choose from. We looked at Loveland Preschool. If you do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday situation and you want to pay for the whole year, it's $1,700 for the year. And if you pay the whole year in full, you get a 5% discount. If you do Tuesday and Thursday drop-offs, then it's just under $1,200 for the year.
Some other essentials that you cannot forget when calculating the cost of living are going to be
Health insurance?
health insurance,
Yeah, that's a big one.
taxes, state income tax.
Yep.
Okay. So health insurance,
And car insurance.
car insurance.
So health
yes.
insurance, we have 3 different ones we're going to tell you about
Yeah.
because we're all a bit different. Homeboy likes to live recklessly.
I'm more a self-pay guy, so I have a catastrophic health insurance policy through United Health that is about $100 a month. But I do pay out of pocket for all my doctor visits, all my meds, all of my everything. So I'm pretty much just covering myself if I get hospitalized.
Are you getting in a snowmobile accident?
Yeah.
Right. Didn't you get in one?
No, that was a 4-wheeler.
Oh,
It was
4-wheeler.
summer.
Okay. It was the summertime. Oh, I thought it was okay.
No.
So for me, I obviously as a real estate agent, I am on my own. Well, I haven't switched over to AJ's plan yet. So I'm still paying my own health insurance like as a single person. And so it's about $230 a month, but it's good coverage, and that includes dental and vision as well. So not too bad. And then someone else in our office, he goes to the doctor a lot more often, and so he has like a pretty intense plan, and he pays $450 a month. So car insurance, this one hurts me, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not the best driver, and so my rates I feel like are a little bit higher because of that, and I'm not happy about it.
They're not terrible. I'm right there. I'm paying about $210 a month.
Okay, but the difference is that I drive a Subaru Crosstrek and he drives a what kind of 2500?
It's a 2500
A
diesel.
Chevy 2500
LPZ.
lifted. Okay, I don't know what that means. Lifted diesel, so I feel like mine should be cheaper than yours. I pay $240 a month for good coverage, and it's with Safeco Travelers. It's with Travelers.
I'm like, I don't know who you have for insurance. I'm an Allstate. I'm in good hands.
How much you pay?
I pay $210 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
For good coverage.
yes, taxes. So the sales tax is 6.7%, and that includes 2.9 going to the state, 0.84 going to Larimer County, and 3% going to the city. But grocery items are exempt from sales tax in Colorado.
Yep, and that just got passed, so that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last,
Income tax, 4.4% state income tax. So take that in factor for your job.
so there you have it. That is the cost of living in Loveland, Colorado.
And if we can afford it, so can you. So reach out to Souk Up Real Estate.
That's amazing. Okay. That's great. Yes, reach out. Also, if you're looking at Fort Collins and you're thinking, maybe I could be convinced on Loveland, give us, we both live here now, and I love it here. I've only been here 5 months. You've been here
32 years
for like
and
50
going.
years, but but we both love it for different reasons and similar reasons. And so, if Loveland's on your radar, give us a call, reach out, text, DM
Call,
us,
text,
find me on Instagram.
email.
Yeah.
DM me on IG. Follow me first. Get my numbers up.
Okay. See you guys next month.